My name is Law Nation, and I have Ryan from Fratagonia? Did I say it right?
Fratagonia, yeah.
Fratagonia, man. Hey, we mentioned that name, and then all of a sudden I started seeing Fratagonia everywhere, man. Yeah, but neither here nor there. This is week 3, episode 3. Fan to Fan Network, where we have strong opinions and we have insights on multiple teams as it relates to football. And go to fantofannetwork.com where you can check out all of that wonderful stuff. And you will see Ryan's articles that he writes for the Dallas Cowboys. How you feeling today, Ryan?
Law, I'm feeling good. I'm excited about week 3. You know, it could have been a long week 2 if we didn't pull a win out of our backside, but we figured it out, and it's been a nice week.
Nice week indeed, man. We got our hands full as it relates to our defensive side of the ball. I think our offense can probably bang with the good old Seattle Seahawks, but our defense may have a hands full because they got a DK Metcalf. They got a Lockett. They got oh man, I call him the honey badger of the offensive side of the ball. And they said, let that guy cook, Russell Wilson. Man, we're going to have our hands full, man. What are your thoughts on the defense versus their offense?
Well, first, I want to say that I think Dwayne Brown has missed 2 days of practice. Their starting left tackle. I know Pete Carroll is saying he's supposed to be good to go, but it's really going to be interesting to see Everson Griffin finally putting his hand in the dirt in that three-point stance, if he'll be able to get a little more pressure. And I'm hoping to see some of that from D-Law as well. And I think if we can generate some pressure, we'll be good to contain Russell Wilson, because that's what we got to do. One thing I was saying at the beginning of the year was that we had a lot of depth in our secondary, and now it's more important than ever because we got guys out, and now we need some guys to step up. So I'm expecting either Brandon Carr or Dale Worley maybe just play a little bit of defensive back as well as safety. And I wouldn't be shocked if CJ Goodwin gets some looks as well.
C.J. Goodwin, the savior of last week. Maybe he can double it back and be some guy that can make an impact this week. Regardless of what I see out there from the defensive side of the ball, I'm seeing more and more players saying, hey, I want it to be a little bit more simple. The defense right now is too hard to learn. I'm with the mindset, Ryan, is that might as well get your warts out now. Learn all you can now, and then towards the latter part of the season, pick up those things, and you will have I guess a diverse defense, a hard to pick up defense, so that the offense, the opposing teams, will not be able to know your tendencies and just go through your growing pains now. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think you definitely make a good point, Law. One thing I do want to say, though, is as far as the three-point stance goes and stuff like that, I think you coach to your players' strengths. So if that's what D-Law and Everson Griffin are good at, then I think you might want to stick to that, maybe from here on out. As far as simplifying things, I did hear Jalen Smith say that, and it might be good for the secondary right now more than anybody, because you don't have all the guys together. Maybe as they come back, then we can start and have them learn the playbook a little better. But yeah, that's always been a thing with Mike Nolan's defense and his hybrid defense. It has been difficult to pick up. So it'll be interesting to see how much we simple it down and going forward. No
doubt. And we've been battling this shoulder situation with Diggs, and hopefully, and I mean just that he will be ready against DK Metcalf or Tyler Lockett if they put him on him. I just feel like if our front four do not create pressure and do not keep Russell Wilson inside the pocket, because you definitely don't want him to run outside the pocket, then it'll be a long chess match, and I'm talking about a lot of money on the board, and I don't want them to say checkmate. I want us to say it at the end. So hopefully, I think that Rain Dakota Prescott can at least match up what he did last week and put up north of 300 yards, because seems like it's gonna go that way.
Yeah, I think Dak may even have a bigger week this week than last week. I think he's going to have all time in the world in the pocket. And now they will be sending some blitzes, and I think Jamal Adams is definitely going to come down and stuff the box on running plays. And hopefully we can mix that up and bring in some quick throws early, get the ball out quick, let the receivers go to work. And once they learn that they can't put 8 guys in the box, then hopefully we'll be able to run the ball some too and get Zeke's game established.
Oh, man, my goodness, Ezekiel Elliott. And I think that this could be his first game of getting 100 yards. Like you said, their defense is not that powerful on the opposing side, so hopefully Ezekiel Elliott get his first 100 yards. And this is not about stats, because we all love the victory, and it's not about style points, of course, but I would love to see Ezekiel Elliott hit that stride and get ready for the following week against the Browns or what have you. But this could be the game that Ezekiel Elliott come out and say, hey, I'm here to stay, Cowboy Nation, you guys know how it feels. And then CeeDee Lamb, just think about it. All last week, we was looking at it like, who else can be the another wide receiver to step up? And all he did as his second game ever, put up 100 yards. So I think that he can marry those performances up together, and we'll have back-to-back 100-yard performance from CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, I'd love to see it, Law. And CeeDee Lamb is explosive. He's fast. I think Seattle's secondary is okay. I don't think they're elite anymore. They're not the Seattle defense we're used to from the Earl Thomas era. And their defensive line is kind of built to stop the run. They got a couple big guys in the interior, Poona Ford and Jaron Reed. Yeah. And they got a couple guys on the outside that I think have also not practiced this week. Rasheem Green and Benson Mayowa.
Benson Mayowa. That sounds like a familiar name there. He used to play for the boys, right?
Sure is. And so they're kind of weak on that defensive line. I think Mayowa might even be starting on one side.
All right, so Ryan, let me throw a quick question at you, Dan.
Sure.
You the GM for the day. Would you, dare I say, start Tyron Smith, or you would say, hey, we would really need you for the next week against the Browns? What would you do?
This is one where I would definitely, listen to what the doctor says. If he's good to go, he's good to go.
Okay.
But if it's an iffy situation, I would definitely let him sit this week and start against the Browns. Like I said, Seattle will be sending blitzes, but their organic pass rush just isn't all that, in my opinion.
Yeah, there's one guy that wears 33 on his jersey over there, and he really loved the Cowboys so much. He got a Cowboy star on him, somewhere on his body. His name is Jamal Adams, and he's been listening. He's been listening to the Dallas Cowboys media and the news that come out of the DallasCowboys.com, and he's been saying, hey, they say that I can't cover. So I hope, this is my hope right here, Ryan, that he try to prove a point and say, well, I can cover CD, or I can cover the slot guy, whoever they're going to move inside the slot, or I can cover the tight end up the seam. I am a versatile corner / safety / defensive back / linebacker. I can do it all, socks and draws. I want him to say that in his mind,
Sure.
And I want him to press a little bit. Nevertheless, I don't think that will be the cup of tea that we're going to get, or the cup of coffee. I think that he's going to be really, really pumped up and prompt to play against those Cowboys. What do you feel about Jamal Adams?
Yeah, I'm definitely worried about Jamal Adams. He's probably one of the best 2 or 3 safeties in football. And like I said, he's definitely incredible at stopping the run, but he's not bad in coverage either. But he's definitely makes his money stopping the run.
Right.
And so it's a little scary hearing that from him, because I know he definitely has this game circled on his calendar, and it'll be interesting. I think he's got to pick his poison. Zeke or CeeDee Lamb in the passing game, and it's going to be one or the other. But the Seahawks defense in general has got to pick their poison.
They got to, and our defense got to find something to establish themselves, whether or not we're going to be a pass type of defense where we stop the pass, or we're going to be this run stopping defense and stop the run or what have you, or sack generator defense. I don't know. And this weekend we will find out, because we're going against one of the better of the best offenses out there. And just for a reference point, Russell Wilson, he can evade and elude, yes. But on the flip side, Dak Prescott, we have danger on our right tackle issue, and the guy that's going to blitz off of that side primarily number 33, like I just mentioned, he got 2 sacks. He's if he was on the Cowboys, he would be leading the Cowboys in sacks. He got more sacks than the entire Cowboys team. That's crazy, right?
Yeah, it really is. Jamal Adams is dominant at what he's good at, and yeah, so that is going to be a struggle. And we all know Russell Wilson is on top of his game right now. I think he had 5 touchdowns and against the Patriots, but at the same time, Patriots almost came back in that game too. So, and I don't think Cam has the kind of weapons that Dak does, but offensive line is still going to have to hold up this week. And if Tyron Smith can't go, then hopefully Brandon Knight will be as good as he was week 2 at protecting the passer.
Yeah, I like Brandon Knight. He stepped up really big for us.
For sure.
All right, so I'm always asking for advice, you know, as far as from a fantasy aspect. You told me last week, give it an extra chance for Leonard Fournette, and I listened. You know, I said, okay, I'm going to keep Leonard Fournette on the active roster or what have you, and it paid dividends. Really good. I won. I beat my opponent by at least 60 or 70 points. So I had his casualty in war, right? I had CMC. He got injured, so he's out. And his replacement, I still got Leonard Fournette. Really not a lot of good guys out there. So I have Adrian Peterson as my second running back. But here's where I have to lean on you for advice. I got Dak Prescott as the starting quarterback, Russell Wilson as the backup quarterback. Dak Prescott earned his way last week. Who shall I start this week?
So I got 2 things, Law. One, I think our secondary has been in the right place, and they just haven't made that catch yet. But 2 weeks in a row, we've had multiple opportunities at an interception. This week, I think we finally get at least 1 on Russell Wilson. And 2 is you got to go with your own guy. We got to go with Dak Prescott. I think he's going to have the big game in Seattle. I think that with Seattle's pass rush, we do have to worry about Jamal Adams blitzing off the edge, but I do think Dak's going to pick him apart.
Oh, and speaking of that, since I got an all teams, almost it feels like a Cowboys team. I also have Amari Cooper and as well as CD Lamb. So I think that those guys still will eat. CD Lamb came out and said, yeah, I'm just hungry for this thing. I really want to put up the best, and I want to be the best. And Amari Cooper tapped him on the shoulder and said, yes, you're gonna be that guy. And Amari Cooper came out earlier this week and said this right here, Ryan. Hey, my foot was kind of hurting me last week. It's feel better now. So I'm percentages better now. Although it's a road game and he have not been showing up on road games. Hopefully the Cowboys can figure out something on this road game to put up some good numbers for him and Dak Prescott, because the last road game we won was many a moons ago. It was last year, many a moons ago. I believe it was like week. Boy, it's a long time. Do you know off the top of your head? Because it's been a long time since we won a road game.
I don't actually. I'd have to look that one up.
Yeah,
that's kind of scary. But
I think it's like we're like 0-4 in the last road games. It's something crazy like that. A number. I'll let the people. This be a good segment for the people in the comment box to put down the last time we won a road game. So hopefully we reverse that curse right there and win our first road game for 2020. Any other departing thoughts right quick, Ryan?
Well, yeah, I just want to say, though, CD Lamb, I'm glad you drafted him, because I think that was a smart pick, because Dak loves the slot guys that can get open. And tight end's another position. You know, I know at FTFN, Joe was saying, but are they going to get the throws to them because there's so many weapons? And I'm like, yeah, there's always certain positions. Dak loves using the tight end. He loves using the slot receivers because they get open. I do think Amari Cooper is due for a big away game, and we should finally get one from him.
Yeah, it's about that time for him, and I can't wait to see what the kid is going to bring to the table. Really appreciate you so much for joining on for episode 3, week 3, Ryan. By the way, can you let all of the wonderful people know where to follow you and find your content?
Absolutely. So Fratagonia on YouTube for some more daily Dallas Cowboys content. Real Fratagonia on Twitter and Fratagonia on Instagram.
Man, that's the good stuff, man. I can't wait to see all of the content that you put out there on FTFN Network. Wonderful articles that he put out there. Cowboy Nation and beyond. Check out FTFN Network. That's where you can go and get strong and hear strong opinions from all type of content creators and beyond. Let's continue to grind, Cowboy Nation. Let's continue to find ways to win games. And that's the name of the game, right? All right, so hit that like button, share this content. We're out. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's go.